Hello, Aviator family. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you very much for following us, and for the new subscribers, we say welcome. So, I just started there with a 400 on top, 200 at the bottom. It has been a session where I've been trying, just doing different permutations, just trying to see if I can get somewhere, And at this point, just something just got onto me and said, try 4K. I don't know. It's one of those things that I mean. One guy said, "How do you know if you don't try?" So at times you really have to try. So I tell myself, "I'll do this. If it doesn't work, it's okay, right? Because it's my own decision." So I put 4K, and I'm sure the algorithms read it because I'm sitting on top, right? One of the top players there, and unfortunately, because I've been watching and I've been seeing the purples coming, so the trend was such that it was going purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue. And when it gave purple, it was giving high value purples, like above 5x. So I was just thinking, let me try and target a 3x whilst I'm playing my 4K. So I did my first 4K. It went on 148 because I was expecting that to be a purple. So now I decided, okay, maybe it just altered. Yes, now it gets into the purples, but unfortunately it goes on 2.40. I was targeting 3x, right? And at this point, I'm even asking myself, why didn't I get 2x? Because 2x will give me an extra 4K on top. So why didn't I do that? But anyway, that wasn't the strategy. I was just trying. This is the way to die quickly. Don't try this at home. I promise you, don't try this. Don't try this. So, yes, I was there and I just told myself, okay, let me try and do it the last time. Maybe I can just get to benefit from it. So, at this point, I was there, almost there, and I just delayed to press that thing. That's my problem. I delayed, and it's my fault because I should have just pressed it and I should have taken my 12K. And if I got my 12K, I would have gotten easily into the 20s again. But this thing is a game of experiments. At times you try, and at times it doesn't work. At times you relax, and then you end up sort of regretting what you've done. So I kept on pushing that 4K. Hey? I kept on pushing, but at this point, I told myself, no. I think I might need to adjust this. I must actually come back to normal. So I came back to normal and I did my 200 again on top and 200 at the bottom. So you see all those purples that I've been seeing. It has been purple and blue, and the two pinks that you see there were just about, I think, 13 and 14. Like I always say, when Aviator does that, at times it just starts paying the pinks around the same area. Around the same figures. For some reason, it's something that I've been noticing. Yes, when it comes in maybe with a bigger one, it's going to come with a very big one. So yes, I've tried that. I've come from the 20s all the way down to 4K, right? And because I told myself I'm going to stop at a certain point, yes, I did. And guess what? Just after you stop on the second one, it's already going up, and then it gives me above 5K. When I was actually expecting a 3x, it didn't give me, but it's okay. At this point, I just told myself, now I need to get back to the normal discipline, and the normal discipline is the one that brought me up to where I was. And there's no regret whatsoever, because whatever I was doing, the chances were it's either I was gonna lose, or I was going to learn, or I was going to win. So one of those things happened. And what has just happened? I just learned. I just decided for some reason, let me go 4K. These things, it's all about trying. At times, you start off like that. I've done it quite a number of times where I've experimented and done something and ended up winning and ended up getting to very, very good and satisfactory figures. So there I am. I go down now to about 4 something, and now I'm back again to 5K, and I'm going to be trying to survive from here. The good thing that I like about this is I then managed to at least survive, because I came back to the normal way I play. And look at this, there's been no pinks. But anyway, it's okay. So I kept on trying and I kept on trying, just thinking, okay, fine. Because it hasn't been paying those big pinks and the network was not really good, it doesn't matter. But all I can do, as long as I can place, I'll also try and see if I can pick up something and then see if we can win from there. So I'm down at the in the 4Ks, which is very important for most of you guys, where you lose maybe, or you learn. Maybe you lose a certain figure, and your figure really goes down, like down, like I've done maybe from the 20s all the way to 4K, most of you then change the way you play because you are now scared of losing. That is very, 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 that's where the biggest problem is. Because if you look at me and the way I'm playing and the way I'm going to be playing, I will not alter my normal playing way because I've lost some money. What I'll do is just I'll continue to play, but I'll continue to play with the same strategy. So I'll still go for my 5x on the top and 15x for the at the bottom. And the most important thing, at times when I feel like yes, it's gonna be something big, I will keep it running. And the reason why I keep it running, at times it helps me cover for some rounds, and then but it's a risk, right? It's a risk where if I do not manage maybe to pick it up when it went over 5x, I'll be regretting. But yes, the regret is at least manageable because I know once I get another one, it can give me an extra 400 to cover the previous round that I lost, and we keep going. So now just getting to think of it, if you would keep your mind thinking, or maybe if I would keep my mind thinking, I was in the 20s, now I'm left with about 3.7, I mean, which comes down now to about 3.3 because I'm placing this. Right, this run, if you can look at it, it's just been, okay, blues and purples, and two pinks. The two pinks are very low, that's 14 and 13, and I'm thinking maybe a bigger one should come at this point. And because of that, I just stay there and I start running. I start pushing the same way that I normally push. So, yes, the history itself has already shown that it's not been paying very, very well. And because of that, I'm expecting a pink to come. And because I'm expecting a pink to come, I'm expecting a big one. So there I am, I'm still going for my survival, and I let it run slightly above the 5x that I know, and I'm trying to target the 10x. And there I am, I press on 9 point something, I think it's 9.96, and I get 1.992, which is not a bad one. And then on the second one, I get myself a 4.8, which is about 24.22x. Right, so immediately I get into 10k, right? So that means I'm on my way to recovery. If I had not been playing those 4Ks, maybe I could have been somewhere. Maybe I would have been maybe in the 30s now. Maybe my confidence would have been a little higher. I would have gone a little longer and maybe picked up the 7K or even more. Who knows? No one knows. But the only thing that I can tell you, at times, you just need to try. Like I'm doing now, I just tried. Yes, it didn't work out. I just did, I think, 5 times. If I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 times. I lost about 20k. That's okay. What's important is after the loss of that 40k, will you be able to still focus? Because the importance of this whole strategy is if you maintain it and if you're able to at least concentrate and maintain the same strategy, then you will still rise. So just to show you that even after I'd lost this much, you can actually see that I still went on to play the normal way I play. Yes, I could have taken a risk here and there, but yes, this is what has happened. Like several times, this has been happening. So I'm targeting my 15x, and the 15x comes and it passes, gets to 20, and I press it and I pick it up. Right. So just to address one of the issues, you see immediately, because I targeted the 20 there, I pressed, and just after it flew away, right? And I got into 13k. What I want to show you is there are times that people have asked me, how do you know it was going to fly away? No, I don't. I'm just targeting my figures there. If I target a 20x, I'll just press when I feel like, and then see what happens after that. So someone was saying, how do you know? So I was saying to them, no, look, I never know. No one ever knows. It's just guesswork. And I'll tell you, there's a situation where I was playing and I kept on missing it the whole time. I actually thought I was going to post that video because I kept on then playing around with the figures. When I went up to 2k and then I pressed, and then when I want to cash out and I tell myself I'm going to cash out at 3x, it goes on 2.89x. Then I decide, no, this time around, I think let me put 2k again, and then I'm going to press it 2x. and then it flies away at 1.89x. Then I'm deciding, okay, it's fine. This time around, I'm going to try and see if I can run all the way to about 5x. And then I put it on there. When I put it on there, just before I get maybe around to 4.4x, it flies away. And I ended up thinking, is the Aviator really reading my mind or what? But I know, well, this is artificial intelligence. It can never be able to read. Look at that. I did it again the second time, almost. Right? So because I pressed on 15.99 and I got it on, and then it went on 17. That was very close. But what you can see is I've gone up again, and now I'm on 17. Very close to where I was when I started. So the question is, was it a good idea for me to play 4K, or was it a bad idea? You can only know in retrospect. When you start looking at the back and saying, what should I have done and what could I have done better? But all these things are there to help us to learn how things operate and what can come by and how you can make decisions in a certain way and how best maybe you can better it in your next game. Because obviously when you have a chance, like right now, as you can see, there's been 3 pinks over the past, I think, 6 or 7 rounds. And the reason why I started playing like this is because I was just expecting that there are pinks that are going to come. I wasn't too sure what value they're going to be, but at least what I expected is what came, and I managed to benefit from that. And now I've gone up a little bit. I've gained probably an extra 10 or 12k. Right. But if I hadn't actually played 4K or something like that, I'm sure I would have gone already into my 30s. But it's okay, because how will we know if we don't try? So it's all about trying. One of these good days, I will try, and I'll try at the right time. And if that happens, I think we'll be celebrating together. And let me tell you something. I've seen, when you look at the trends, like I was saying in the past video, yes, that there are certain trends that it can give you. And if you follow very closely, you'll find out that it always repeats it several times. And in most cases, you will not even believe it when it's happening. And in most cases, you would have cashed out. I remember when I was playing, I was mixing between 2K and 200. So I got 2K on the top and 200 at the bottom. And apparently now, when I decide I want to cash out at 3x, and I cash out 3x successfully, I get my 6K, and I'm very excited, and I say, let me try again one more time. When I try one more time, it gives me another 3x again, and I collect. On the third one, I'm telling myself, no. It can't give me the same 3x again, another purple the third time. Then I decide, no, let me go back to 200. When I go back to 200, it goes again above the 3x. And I'm regretting, why did I not just take this one? Then I'm thinking, no, because it has given me above 4x 3 times, above 3x 4 times, maybe this time around it might not be, it might be a blue. So let me change. When I decide to change, it still gives me another purple. So at this point, you can see, I decide, no, let me try a 2K, because I've been seeing those purples. You see, there's been like 4 purples, and the past 2 were above 3x, and I'm thinking, okay, let me try that. Maybe if it works, I might actually then recover. But guess what? It looks like Aviator is reading my mind. And then, I decide to drop it down to 200, and then maybe I can start playing normally again. Because at this point, I've actually gone beyond my normal session time. And if I continue to do this, I will end up losing. So yes, I did try the 4K, and it actually really did work to give me a lesson. Though I didn't win from it, I just lost from it. It's okay. It's some of those things that we also have to learn. And when you try those figures to try and pinch them up a little bit, and push them up a little bit, at times it really gives you what you want. You see, like right now, I was expecting this to happen in the previous one. I would have easily picked up a nice 6K on this one, but unfortunately, because I did not really plan my things well, or if I had done it the second time, maybe I would have gotten something. But anyway, you can see now it gave a pink, and it's a 14x, but I really didn't get to win something that makes sense. So I decide again, let me put a 2K again. Maybe it can give me another purple. Right? This is where these are the times where I always tell you that it might actually sound like the Aviator is reading my mind, because I'm missing it. And now I missed it again. You see, I just put in a 2K and then it went on 1.1. It was a blue, and then I lost that one. But I have to tell myself at this point that no, I cannot continue to play now. It's a time for my session. My session is up. Before I go all the way down and lose everything, I would rather then just stop here. So yes, that's how things happen. Yes, you try at times to experiment. Do not kick yourself and say this is not working. But thank you very much for joining me today, and have a great day.